All right. Okay, so everyone can hear me? Yes. Okay, good. My name is Kimberly Snyder, the Executive Director of the Museum Los Gatos. Thank you so much for being here tonight. It's wonderful looking into this crowd and seeing so many familiar faces. Many of you have been believers and supporters of this exhibition for many years, if not since its founding. Thank you for helping us delivering on our mission. This is the 14th anniversary of ArtNow. And this year we asked high school students across Santa Clara County to submit an original work of art responding to the theme, Dreamscapes. How can art reflect our dreams? There we go. How can art reflect our dreams? How do our dreams reflect our hopes, fears, values, environments, and aspirations? We received 706 unique artwork entries from 52 high schools and had participation from every school district. This is the theme if you'd like to read a little bit more into the prompt. This award-winning exhibition and program stands apart in its ability to amplify and uplift youth voices and perspectives and give well-deserved recognition to the diverse talent, not only in the next generation of creatives, but the educators who nurture them. ArtNow was founded in 2012 by a dynamic group of volunteers who knew and believed in the immense value of arts education. Because of their legacy, many of our participants have gone on to achieve incredible things, from pursuing higher education to becoming researchers, engineers, and creatives. Today's youth are our future leaders and builders of tomorrow. The artwork in this exhibition reflects not only the trials and tribulation of today's youth, but our shared humanity. They inspire and anchor us, bringing together diverse voices across our county, helping us understand and communicate our values as people, compelling us to wrestle with the challenges we face together as a society, and helping us imagine a better future together. The core of this program are the talented emerging artists, not only the ones that are currently exhibiting in the museum gallery, but all that submitted. Creating a unique work of art and thoughtfully crafting an artist statement is not an easy task. It takes talent, drive, and bravery to share your work with the community. And we're joined here tonight with some teachers, so if you're a teacher, please raise your hand. Don't be shy. I speak on behalf of the entire NUMU team. Thank you for the work that you do that benefits ongoing generations. These incredible individuals work tirelessly every day to instill passion for creativity and the pursuit of knowledge. Educators are truly the backbone of our society. As I mentioned time and time again, this program is only due to the support of this incredible community. In addition to the teachers and students, I would like to take a moment to express my sincere gratitude to our sponsors. Many of you I've gotten to know over the years and have seen your true commitment and passion to the arts. Of course, Michael and Elise Parsons have been with the program since the beginning. Every year, the Parsons have provided a $5,000 educational scholarship, and every recipient has gone on to pursue higher education. They have also demonstrated an exceptional generosity through the creation of the Parsons Art Endowment. The impact is immense and truly noticed. Thank you. Sorry, talking and slide PowerPointing. Okay. This year was the first year we received significant support from the County of Santa Clara due to our previous supervisor, Joe Samidian. Special thanks to the Borgendick Foundation, who not only provides support for ArtNow, but all of NUMU's main gallery exhibitions. The Flick family, who have supported the development of our painting and drawing studio and this program. The Los Gatos Morning Rotary, who not only donates, but volunteers during ArtNow Pickup Weekend. Thank you, guys. The Summit League, who through the recently established established grant program has able to provide significant support for the past 2 years. And although federal funding is in a precarious state, the National Endowment for the Arts did support the development of the 2025 program. I'd also like to thank the town of Los Gatos, who took a huge leap with us when we rebranded and moved to this location. And in addition, I'd like to thank the Linda Smythe Young Artist Fund, Florence Nauchung, Ginger Taylor McDonald, Deb and Ba Shaw, the Saratoga Charitable Foundation, Assembly Member Gail Pellerin, Deborah and Marty Johnson, McManus Faulkner, Jane Hyatt, and Elizabeth Yee and Scott Lithagore. Your commitment demonstrates that this work matters, that youth voices matter, that arts and arts education is a valuable community asset that should be supported, celebrated, and protected. Sincerely, thank you. And last but not least, thank you to the NUMU Board of Directors. Raise your hands. There are a lot of you here tonight. Yeah! Thank you. And the NUMU staff, please raise your hands. It is an honor and a privilege to work alongside you. I see all the time and effort that you put into this show and everything that we do, so thank you. And with that, I'd like to welcome the Mayor of Los Gatos, Matthew Hudes, who's going to come up and say a few words.
Thank you for the opportunity to greet you at this exhibition. I'm honored and even more than that, blown away by the art that I see upstairs and the write-ups and the meaning that goes along with it. It's by our really young community that has contributed. I understand that we have 83 emerging artists from 27 high schools throughout Santa Clara County represented here. It's amazing. And so it's an incredible distinction for the town of Los Gatos to be able to be the host of a regional artistic endeavor such as this. The theme of Dreamscapes is really intriguing and thought-provoking. I'm going to actually read something that was up there before because it meant so much to me. Throughout history, scientists, storytellers, artists, and mystics have tried to understand why dreaming happens and what it means for humanity. Dreams can be fun or whimsical, but they can also be uncomfortable, grotesque, or downright confusing. In each case, they have the power to evoke strong emotions and inspire profound creative expression. And so I see dreams as a microcosm of art, and art as a microcosm of dreams. As a child, I was taken to museums in New York, often against my will. We grew up without much money, and the museums were available, mostly free. And I didn't really come to appreciate what I was seeing, but I kind of absorbed some of it. I didn't really appreciate it until I was a little older and traveled and sought out museums. And when I went to the University of Connecticut, I would go to the small but wonderful museum there all the time as sort of a refuge. And since then, I am very impressed and just, again, blown away that Los Gatos has NUMU and has a real museum that does real curated art. I've had trouble understanding some art. Jackson Pollock and Mark Rothko I didn't quite get it. And in fact, it somewhat disturbed me that I didn't get it. And some residents here have some of the same reaction to the cat statues that we have at the entrance. But then I thought about, good art engages the mind and provokes strong emotions. And that's what it's about. So that's why art is so important. That's why dreams are so important. And I'm thrilled to welcome you to this ArtNow Exhibition, Dreamscape, which we are proud to have here in Los Gatos at the Los Gatos NUMU Museum. So welcome.
Hello everyone. I just want to thank you all again for being here tonight. It is very sincere when I say that we're very grateful to have all of you, and it means a lot to have a full room of people who care about okay. Let me adjust this. I don't know if that's any better, but okay. It means a lot that you're all here, and that youth art and creativity means enough for you to come out on your evening when you could be at home. It just means a lot that you're here. So thank you. And as the slide says, my name is Constance Button. I'm the education curator here at the museum. And in the simplest terms, one of my primary responsibilities is making sure that art now happens. And the exhibition is up for a few months, but it is a year-round effort to make this happen. We have the fall cohort of the Teen Council who focuses on coming up with a theme. So this year's theme, Dreamscapes, that came into existence several months ago. And then the spring cohort helps put together events during the exhibition's run, and they'll give us a tour later tonight. And there's so much more that these students do. So, thank you. Teen Council. Wonderful students, you'll get to hear more from them. And it's been such a pleasure to work with them. And in my time here, I'm still relatively new to the museum, but in my time, I've now been able to be part of 2 different ArtNow exhibitions. This year is the first one that I've been a part of from start to finish. And in both those exhibitions, I've just really, I think what has been the sort of persistent takeaway for me is just the incredible skill and passion and perspective that these students bring to their art. I realize this might be a little silly to say, but it's genuinely true that a lot of these students, their skill, it surpassed a lot of the art that I saw in college when I was studying art, and so just the level that these students are on is really incredible. And it was such a pleasure in literally my first week on the job here was jurying last year's exhibition, and just going through all these submissions, I was just like, oh my gosh, a 15-year-old made this. This is stunning. But it really gives me hope and excitement for just the future of art and the future of expression, that there's people young who are so just willing to put their whole heart and soul into what they're making and talking about things that matter to them and not being afraid to do that. And I know sometimes the spectrum of expression has a lot contained in it. Sometimes it's stuff that makes sense or feels relatable. Sometimes it's things that are a little bit, maybe a little abrasive or a little challenging to digest. And we have plenty of visitors who might be like, why are these kids depressed? Why are they so concerned? But then I think about it from their perspective. It must be very challenging to be a young adult coming into this world, leaving childhood and stepping into this very uncertain reality, and they need space to process it. They need an outlet to digest what is happening, especially in this time where they may not necessarily have the full agency to figure out how they navigate that. And art is a place to do that. And that is why this exhibition, this program, matters so much. And I see so much value in that these students can take their thoughts and concerns to a canvas, to some paper, make a sculpture, and just figure themselves out in the process and share that. Again, just thank you so much for being here tonight, and I hope that you love the show as much as I do.
Thank you so much for having me. My name is Jessica Hayes, and I have had the pleasure of teaching art and photography for the past 23 years, and 15 of those years have been at Los Gatos High School. I'd first like to thank everybody here at the museum for all that they do every year for this exhibition and to make it possible for our art students here in Santa Clara County. I was fortunate enough to start teaching at Los Gatos High School in 2010, just 2 years before the first juried NUMU exhibition of Social Matters. Every year since that first exhibition of Social Matters, we've had students submit. Each year, students are thrilled to hear they've been accepted, but they also learn to face the disappointment of not being accepted. Both play an important role in teaching students the highs and lows of being an artist. This year's theme of Dreamscape allowed students to push beyond the realm of reality, asking them to create artworks that reflected their dreams, their hopes, their fears, and their aspiration. As a teacher in the visual arts, I love what I do. I love the fact that I get to push students to express their creativity and hopefully learn something about themselves along the way. Today, with all the technology, I find something still very magical about showing students film-based photography and teaching them the skills needed to work successfully in a black and white darkroom. I wish every high school art student had the opportunity to submit to a museum like our students here in Santa Clara County. The opportunities that the new Museum Los Gatos provide for students has changed lives and given young artists the drive and confidence to continue to dream of a world with art, with our students as the makers and the creators. Thank you so much.
Good evening. Hi, I'm Kimberly Bartell. I've been teaching now for about 24 years at Lee High School, which is my alma mater, so I can graduate. It's been a blessing to be able to do that, and we have also had the pleasure and honor of participating in the NUMU exhibit since its first creations, and we've had students every year, and they've been really excited to be a part of this. I have a few thoughts that I really wanted to share, and it's about just kind of our gratitude for this community and what it gives back to our students and allows them to be able to do as far as the arts go. Again, just want to extend a heartfelt thank you to NUMU for providing this incredible opportunity for our students to share their voices and gifts with the community. Fine arts play a vital role in shaping the minds and futures of our youth and offering them not only the chance to express themselves, but also to develop critical skills in creativity, imagination, observation, and innovation. In Sparks of Genius, the author reminds us that all knowledge begins in observation. To truly understand and innovate, we must first be able to perceive the world around us with clarity. Only then can we discern patterns, abstract their principles, make connections, and create new possibilities. History shows us that the greatest minds of our time fully embrace these ideas. The examples of historical figures like Leonardo da Vinci, Steve Jobs, George O'Keeffe, and Frida Kahlo are perfect illustrations of how art and observation shape the world around us, and the impact they have made in their respective fields is profound. Leonardo da Vinci, for example, was not only a painter, but a visionary driven by unquestionable curiosity and a boundless imagination. His ability to see and understand the world in unique ways revolutionized art, science, and technology. Steve Jobs, too, was a genius in his own right. His innovative designs for Apple products reshaped the way we live and interact with technology. His creations became icons, symbols of our modern culture, and sparked new advancements in industries around the globe. Then there's George O'Keeffe, whose art encouraged us to stop, slow down, and truly see the beauty in the world around us. She famously said, "Still in a way, nobody sees a flower really. It is small, we haven't the time, and to see takes time." Through her work, she reminded us of the power of observation and the attention to detail. And of course, we have Frida Kahlo, who once said, "I never painted my dreams, I painted my own reality." Her heart was deeply personal, a powerful reflection of her life and struggles, showing us that abstract expression can be a tool for sharing our authentic selves with the world. What NUMU and ArtNow have done for our students is invaluable. By providing them with the opportunity to create, innovate, and express their hearts, they are nurturing the next generation of creative thinkers and innovators. The themes these young artists have engaged with over the years are not only reflections of their imagination, but also the verses they wish to bring to life in our world. I'm incredibly grateful to NUMU for recognizing the importance of the arts and for fostering an environment where students can develop their talents and share their unique perspectives. Today we celebrate the creativity, passion, and innovative spirit of these young artists, the creative minds of tomorrow. So we thank you for that.
I'm leaving my notes behind. I'm not that good of a speaker, so I thought I'd share with you guys just a little bit. I teach at Valley Christian High School, and I've been there for quite a while and teaching. I think I've been here teaching longer than anyone, but I won't tell you when I started. But it's cool because just the women that have come up, I've known of you. So it's fun to see and to know that we've all been taking part in this program is really cool. And every time I walk around and I see their names, I'm like, oh, I know who they are. You know? Competition. So I thought I'd tell you a teacher's view of what it's like and how I started at the beginning too. I think I jumped in. At Valley, I started a ceramics program, and that's where I started. And it was like the second year or something when I started at NUMU. And once you just come here once and experience it once, and you're like, "Wow, this is so great for the kids." And so every year after that, it's been okay. You know, we got to shift our lesson plans so we can get it all done. And how we work with NUMU because, you know, like. Being in ceramics, things take so long. You know, I'm just introducing, and then you know, they don't have the skills yet, and the projects wouldn't, you know, to glaze them and have these larger things just takes time. So NUMU over the years, we've worked with deadlines, and you guys have pushed them back so I could get better work, and so that's been really cool. And I also, so I teach mostly ceramics, and then that branched into an advanced class, and then I finally got my AP 3D this year. So we've grown, and I think a lot of it is just because the kids are so motivated for that competition and everything, and it's motivated me as a teacher walking in and seeing all this cool high school work that's out there, and I can see where I'm at, and you know, and so it's really educational for me. And then I also teach an art class, just one, and I have youngers, so you know, they're just little freshmen and stuff. Yeah, you were a freshman. My little you were a freshman, right? Yeah. I had Amelia, one of the little. She was one of the teen council. She's gonna speak next. But and I used to teach a printmaking class, and the printmaking is also time intensive. You know, I like all these 3D and messy things. So I had to shift that. I'm like, oh, when I got here, I'm like, oh, they have a printmaking category. So that had to shift to the beginning of the year so that I could get in by the deadlines and everything like that. And that's where NUMU comes in. But it's just been really a pleasure and to see all that's happening here and from you guys when the drop off comes, and you guys are so sweet. And I'm like, well, you know, it's really cool for the kids to have that opportunity to share what they have. I wish the museum was bigger. So there's a lot more, you know, that oops, sorry. That's what I work with my hands, you know. So anyways, thank you so much, and I'm so motivated every year. We're waiting to get that, what's it gonna be this year? So I can start making my art dream artist PowerPoints and get going. So that's been so cool to get that even earlier and earlier so we can prep for it, and it just makes it guides our year, and it's really cool. So thank you very much.
Just thank you again to all the teachers that came and spent your evening with us. I just love all the gratitude. You have gratitude for us for hosting it, and we just have so much gratitude to you. Okay, it's a beautiful thing. Now we have our next speaker. Nuya, please come up. our teen, previously council intern, and currently visiting artist.
Hi, so my name is Anukia and I am currently a senior at Valley Christian High School. And my journey with ArtNow actually started in 9th grade. I was in Mr. Keen's class. And I was a little freshman. I was kind of just introduced to this new medium of printmaking because she integrated submitting to NUMU as part of our class requirement. So I was just experimenting with this new medium that I never used before. And then when I submitted it to NUMU, I didn't really think much of it. But then when I got accepted into the museum, I was really excited that my work was going to be able to be on a physical exhibition that many people would be seeing. And then the year after that, I kind of got more involved with the museum. I applied as a teen council member, and after I was accepted, I started in the spring of 10th grade, and I kind of started out with leading tours of the exhibition and kind of curating the layout of the exhibition. And through this experience, I've kind of interacted with art in a new way that I've never done before. So I was kind of able to see common threads between the pieces and think like a curator, which is something that I've never experienced before, and that's a really unique opportunity that the Teen Council has given me. And then the following year, my junior year, I've gotten more involved into this program. I was able to co-create my first exhibition theme with the museum staff, and that one was last year's theme, In Transition. Yeah, so it was really cool being able to be a student voice in the museum staff. And then when we were kind of curating it, it was really cool, like kind of, as I said before, seeing the common threads between the pieces and kind of thinking how we can intentionally organize the pieces that these diverse students have submitted from all over the place, and how to make a cohesive exhibition out of these like seemingly distinct and unique pieces. So last year, if you were there at the exhibition, it kind of featured a layout from childhood to adulthood to death, and it was really cool being able to use the exhibition space as a transition itself to kind of parallel the theme of In Transition. And then this year, I'm a senior this year, and it's my last year with NUMU. I was able to co-create my second theme, Dreamscapes, and I was also able to guide some of the newer teen council members and kind of offer my experiences and guide them to kind of see how, see my passion for art and how, guide them to take on my role. Yeah, so I hope you enjoy the exhibition. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Anuya, I think you just kind of pulled everything together. Why we're here, where it starts, as you know, as a freshman, as a young kid, and seeing a museum, getting the teachers together, getting the teen council. Thank you for being teen council. That's terrific. Thank you, Constance, for pulling this together and leading everything. Cristiano, the exhibit looks fabulous. I mean, everything is great, but it looks better because of and Jamie for all the publicity. get you all here. Get the messages out. You all have been bombarded, I'm sure. And it's like, don't forget, come on. And Kimberly, our fearless leader. I mean, she's done such a fabulous job. Here we have Kimberly, definitely. Thank you all for being here. This is so inspiring. Dream on, everybody.